So if you look inside here, you see there's a screw right there. There's a screw that goes right inside there. And then there's a few screws on the side as well. You got to make sure all those screws are out of there before you can take this front facing off. And then right behind here, there's a tab that's right here. You pull up on this, and then there's a tab on the top. You pull up on that as well, and then it'll pop off, and that's right where the pyro fuse will be. It'll be right behind where all of these front fuses are. It took me a while to figure it out. It was a little confusing, but once I looked up a few things on some manuals, I was able to figure it out. So yeah, just make sure that you place everything back where you got it from. Make sure you take pictures. Make sure you label stuff. If you're taking more than just a few hours to do this, if you're taking multiple days, just make sure you take pictures. That's the biggest thing, is so you don't lose any parts. It's the pyro fuse right there. Got to take that apart and replace it. So in order to get this car started, once it's in a wreck, you have to unscrew this pyro fuse that's right here. And once you unscrew that and replace it, then you should be able to get power back to that engine, and you should be good to go. You still got to clear the codes off the computer, but for the most part, you should get power back to that engine. And yeah, this is one of the basic pieces after a crash that you're gonna need to fix to get this thing moving. So this is the old pyro fuse right here. It's actually a Volkswagen made fuse, and it went right there to connect right to that purple connector. And this is the new fuse that I'm gonna replace it with, and just gonna put it right back in there, screw everything back together, and we should be ready to go. What I figured out is it's easier to just put the connector on first and then place this this pyro fuse back onto the screws, and it just makes things a lot easier if you connect it first. Radiators are fully installed now. It's the front radiator there. Just gotta add the pipe, still waiting on that in the mail. This is the other side right here. Still waiting on a few more pieces in the mail, but it's pretty much done. What was it? So the spacer that's right on the inside right here, it wasn't fitting in, so I had to loosen the bolts up and then pry between the spacer and fit it in, and I finally popped it in. So now I'm just gonna tighten these bolts down.
Probably 50,000.
Mm-hmm. Pulling this dent out. Had to replace this completely. Now pulling this dent out so I can get it ready for body work. Getting ready to heat this thing up. Almost there. Just keep working it. All right, it's getting closer. Tail light gap isn't bad compared to the other side. This is the side that's not damaged, so it's not too bad. So we're getting there and getting closer. It's going to get welded. Going to get welded up. Leaving it at TNT Welding. Hopefully in the next few days, everything will be all set, ready to go. Everything will be welded up and fixed. Like that front frame rail right there. And then the one that's underneath the fender. You can't really see it because the fender's covering it, but yeah. Work in progress. A few more days and then I'll be able to get to paint.